There are 7 mythics so far in Chapter 5, Season 3, Wrecked. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to get all of them the best way possible with many tips, so you can win more games, as mythics are typically the best items in the game. Subscribe for more Fortnite content, and let's get right into it. There are 3 mythic shotguns this season, and 2 of them are returning, but they're not acquired the same way as they were previously. They are Oscar's Mythic Frenzy Auto Shotgun, which a lot of players are still unaware about, which the same goes for Cerberus's Mythic Gatekeeper shotgun. And the last Mythic shotgun is Megalodon's Mythic Combat Shotgun. In order to get Oscar's Mythic Frenzy Auto Shotgun, rather than going to Lavish Lair like you used to, you have to go to Classy Courts. Now, some people say Oscar was killed off in storyline alongside the other society members, and if you're wondering how he's alive, well, cats have 9 lives. So once you land at Classy Courts, take out Oscar. Right? No, Oscar is no longer a full-fledged boss in Fortnite. This season, he's an interactable, communicative NPC with text dialogue, which differs based on whatever skin you're wearing. This is similar to NPCs you hire or sell items to you, but Oscar wants to duel you. If you land at Classy Courts, loot up, and then shoot at Oscar, you have done this wrong. And no, the Mythic Auto Frenzy Shotgun won't drop. You have to challenge him to a duel for his frenzy via talking to him and interacting with him. But this time, it's easier than ever to take him out. With no shield and no minions, this should be a walk in the park. I recommend landing at the main building where he spawns at. There's plenty of loot here, and once you have at least 80 ammo and some shield, you should be good to fight him. You can see Oscar through the walls with his dialogue interactable icon or on the minimap. Once you land at this building and loot up and then face the top side of the map, aka the north side of the map, you want to challenge him. The reason you want to face the north side of the map is before dueling him is whenever you challenge an NPC to a duel, it sends you backwards. While fighting him, keep working your way south of the POI. The reason for this is it makes it harder for people to third party you, as you're not around the building and they can't quickly pick a corner or shoot down at you with ease. Moving into Grim Gate, you will find the same circumstance. Cerberus is no longer a boss, but an NPC you have to challenge for Cerberus's Mythic Gatekeeper shotgun. If you don't challenge him by interacting and you just shoot him, you won't get the shotgun. Cerberus does have shield, so he's a little harder to take out, but no dogs to fight this time like last season. I recommend landing this side of the building as it has lots of shield barrels and good enough loot. Before facing Cerberus, you want to do 2 things. Firstly, you want to have free skull dashes from touching the water, and secondly, you want to be facing the west side of the map, so you'll push backwards east, similar to what we talked about previously. You want to lure Cerberus near these rocks, towards the east side of the map and away from the buildings. Do this during this fight to make it harder for people to third party you. Make sure when fighting him to always touch the water and keep 2 to 3 skulls on you, so you can always dash away if he dashes at you and in case someone goes to third party you. I found around 120 ammo is good for this boss. This mythic shotgun is by far the best on the map, but the low ammo count plus while shooting this having to be closer to people and the longer reload, this won't be for everyone. Megalodon's Mythic Combat Shotgun has a moving location. The most common place to get this is from the boss at Brutal Beachhead by taking out Megalodon. There are 2 places I recommend landing to take out the boss, and what works best for you will be based on your lobbies. If you find Megalodon gets taken out very fast in your lobbies, you want to land at Brutal Beachhead on height. High ground is always the advantage. I find the front, aka the north side of the ship, to get contested least and to be less campy, so I prefer it. Once you have max shield and a good amount of ammo, push the boss or go to third party whoever is taking out the boss. If you get low health, take this booster that is near the front of the POI to be launched towards cacti to easily heal up. Fighting him will be hard, and there will be third parties. First, focus the third parties and real players, then take out his minions and goons, and lastly the boss. The reason you take out his minions and goons is so you don't have multiple people shooting at you and you can focus more if a real person suddenly pushes. Try to find a corner or a ledge to fight near, so it's easy to move if someone hits you. The safe place to land if your lobbies don't take out this boss very fast is to land at this bottom dock at the bottom of the map. Land on the crane for a chest plus a potential floor loot spawn, and take the grind rail to avoid fall damage down to the slurp truck. The slurp truck is the main reason to land this POI, an easy 100 health. Loot the POI, hire a bot if you like that in your matches, and then quickly drive to Brutal Beachhead to third party whoever was shooting Megalodon. Megalodon can also spawn outside of Brutal Beachhead. This is what I was talking about, moving spawn location. To find out where he is, look for this icon on the map once the battle bus launches. Try to land around 1,000 meters away from him in the direction where he's going. You can tell the movement opposite direction based from watching the map. Loot the POI and quickly rotate to him if he isn't already near you. He should be contested, but the faster you get shield and the faster you get loot, the better. Take out his minions on the bus first and then the bus driver. You want to then EMP Megalodon's car with the bus horn to stop him from driving away, and then use the bus cannons to easily eliminate him. Focus his goons and minions first to avoid taking more damage like you would with any other boss. You'll notice from this, not only do you just get the Mythic combat shotgun, but you also get the lovely Mythic Nitro fist, which every player should carry any pair of this season. The Mythic Nitro fists have one more use than the standard epic rarity. He also drops Megalodon's medallion. This gives you unlimited Nitro. Nitro giving you not only a speed boost, but explosive bashing power that deals 25 damage when you run into someone, and it also knocks people back. It also allows you to burst through builds, but you have to be moving at a fast enough speed, and it decreases your stamina consumption, and it makes stamina recharge faster. It also gives fall damage immunity, but this bugs out a lot, so take note of that, and it allows you to sprint on water rather than swimming. Megalodon is one of the 3 bosses that also has a mythic vehicle. The one next to the bus is the mythic vehicle, or once you get the medallion, it will show you the vault you can open to get this vehicle. However, before taking out Megalodon, there's something I typically like to do if I land at this bottom dock area with the slurp truck, and that is taking out the Machinist. The Machinist, just like Megalodon, has a moving spawn location, but she is based, aka her typical spawn location, is Redline Rig. Redline Rig is on the way to Brutal Beachhead, so if you land at the slurp truck dock, this makes for a nice loot path. One of the better strats to take her out is to take the zipline to get height above her and shoot down. Once again, play height in corners and near ledges to make third partyers harder. And don't shoot any boss standing out in the open. I would always land at this dock if you want to take her out because it's super close to where she is and not at the POI directly. The Machinist also drops her medallion that gives you shield automatically over time. It gives you 5 shield per second and it heals to a max of 75 shield. However, if you've taken damage recently, it won't heal you up instantly. The last boss is Ringmaster. If you land at the Nitrodome POI and you take her out, you can obtain Ringmaster's Mythic Boombolt. As always, shield up first and get items before pushing the boss. I always go for one of the other mythics first because they're better rather than Ringmaster's Boombolt, but if you want to land here directly, loot up first and then weirdly, you have to spawn her in. So to spawn her in, there is a timer at the top of your screen for how long you have to stay alive in the Nitro Dome. A lot of the time, by the time I rotate here, someone's already spawned her in. The timer for staying alive in the Nitro Dome to spawn the boss in can actually be sped up. If you get in a vehicle and you drive around the dome and go through these white rings, every white ring removes 5 seconds from the timer. Once she spawns in, loot also spawns in the center of this POI. In this, loot is guaranteed Nitro fist, so definitely worth it. If you've upgraded your car or have attachments on it from driving through the vehicle mod boxes in the dome, you can take out this boss faster. You can take your car up the ramp, break through the doors, and then use the car's turret, if it has one, to eliminate the boss. Ringmaster not only drops the Mythic Boombolt, but also a medallion that gives you infinite ammo. It also increases your damage on every single item. This is up to 1.065 increase on damage for weapons. So all weapons get a damage buff on them, but the lowest damage buff that you can get from this is as low as 1.05. For example, if you hit a shotgun that always hits for 100 damage, but you picked up this medallion, it will hit for 105 damage. The last mythic takes a while to spawn in, and this is the Mythic Deagle, aka the Conductor's Hand Cannon. Loot Island spawns in once the player count hits from around 15 to 30 players remaining. Once the island spawns in, go here, capture the point, and it drops. This is by far the easiest mythic to get this season. It does a massive 103 damage to the body if you're at the right range, and it also has a max headshot of 185. If this video has helped you out and you want to thank me, I would love it if you could subscribe or use code ONY in the Fortnite item store, or even join to become a channel member. Remember not to take this season too seriously, to enjoy yourself, take care of yourself, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye!